Triaging the animals, we mainly get koala in, that is the main animal we get in, but we also do see tamar wallabies, we see some kangaroos, as well as some goannas over there as well. Unfortunately, the time I've been there, we've just seen one bird, so we haven't seen too many birds at all, and that's probably an indication of how strong the fire was. They just couldn't get out in time. So when the animals come in, we assess them. They'll be given a body condition score, we'll assess their hydration, we'll give a weight on them, and then we'll set about having a look at their burns. We'll soak and dress their burns as appropriate, and as well as giving them vitamins, antibiotics, as well as subcut fluids. And then this is all done while they're sedated. We don't do any of this while they're awake. It's just way too stressful for them. Then they get recovered and they go back to their pens. A standout animal for me was a young joey that came in, and there was not a lot going on with that joey. It didn't have any burns, but it was so past when the fires had happened that it was obvious that it hadn't eaten and it hadn't drank, and it had gone into hypoglycemia. We ended up giving it some IV glucose, and we just basically had to wait overnight to see if that animal would respond. And to be honest, we all thought it may have passed away overnight. And we came in the morning and there's this most adorable little joey sitting up and looking an absolute treat, and this one's still going. So there are ones that stick out. We still have the very, very first koala that was brought into us, and we've nicknamed her Singy because she was singed all over. She was critically injured. She had some really serious burns, and she's still going, and she's a favourite. So there are real characters that stand out amongst all of this, and they're the sort of animals that really keep us going, that really, you know, we may lose 10, but we save that one, and that one gets a second chance at life, and there's a lot of joy in that, as well as it's just such a bittersweet experience. So with all the losses you get, that win becomes even bigger than what it normally would be in an everyday situation with these animals. So unfortunately, a lot of the lizards are coming in with pretty bad burnt tails, and they're just not savable. But we'll do the welfare euthanasia on them. You know, remembering too, euthanasia comes from the Latin word meaning kind death, and that's what it is. They do fall asleep, they're heavily sedated, and they don't know. And I think when we bury them, we all spend a couple of minutes just stroking them and thanking them and saying sorry, and just, you know, giving them the dignity that they so deserve at that time.